Yo, what's up, Grind Gang, and welcome to episode 7 of the Daily Grind, baby, right here on YouTube. Hey, I really appreciate y'all checking it out. If you really enjoy this content, remember this is a recap of a live that happened yesterday. So if you want to, follow us right here on www.instagram.com, baby. Yo, on the IG lives that go live, it's lit. I will contact you, talk to you. You can pass me questions. We do daily interactions and stuff. The live show's dope. But I definitely appreciate you tuning in here on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow, baby. Holla at your boy. What's up, Grind Gang? How you living, baby? What's up, YouTube? I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing Thursday. I know I am. I've been throwing it back all day. Yo, I figured out all the answers. I figured it out just in the short amount of time from the last time you seen me last night to right now about 3:45, 3:30. I really got my head back on straight, and I want to tell you guys exactly how I did it. How you guys doing though? Having a better day, having an amazing day. Never stopped having a great one. Yo, what up, my boy? Grinding every day, man. Yo, I'm on the heavy grind right now too, and I'm gonna definitely talk about that, right? A part of narrow focus on my grind is one thing that's helping me out a lot. And then I'm gonna talk about, hey, how you doing? Hey, look at this guy, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing, though? Let's go. Yo, so yeah, get my head back on straight, right? And two things. The one thing that helped me out really with the mindset, right? Getting the smile back on the face, really just livening my spirits. And another thing's about focusing in on my goals and getting a new strategy going, right? And so these couple things that I did and figured out. Also, one other thing I did last night with the homie that really brought all these answers on. So we got 3 today like we always do. How you doing? That guy's a funny guy. Everybody follow how you doing. He's got great vibes, man. So nonetheless, how did I go from slumped yesterday night, really down on myself?
End of the road, nothing to do, and no hope of things getting better. Sounds like Saturday night at my house.
To bang bam, shazam, again back at it. Right? Yo, Green Eyes, what's up, Jen? How you doing, baby? Oh yeah, yo, gotta have those positive vibes at the job. I feel that, bro. I feel that. Hey, I appreciate you too. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you just got the headphones on, the AirPods or whatever. But I appreciate y'all, tuning me on. You could be doing anything else, listening to music. But I hope that I can inspire and motivate you to really close out the day strong, baby. And finish out this whole thing. Stay inspired in everything you're doing. I love you too, guy. I love you too, man. So, first thing I did this morning, right? You see me talk about it in the stories. I had to take me a gratitude bath, man. And that's what I called it. But no, I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, all right, man, we gotta get our vibes under control, you know what I'm saying? I can't be just letting myself slump like we talked about. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do next. So I was like, what's the best way to get control of my vibe again? What's the fastest, easiest way? What would I tell the Grind Gang to do, right? What would I tell y'all to do? And people reach out to me all the time about this when they feel like they're having problems in their life, or they feel like, just things are struggling, right? They reach out to me and I tell them to do one thing all the time. I say, hey, well, if you're really serious, hey, and please, hearts in the live if I've ever told you this, please, because I'm sure I have. If you've been stressed out and you're worried about your problems, I'm a firm believer in the only problem that you have is the problems you think you have, right? But there are no real problems. You're really chilling. You're always been chilling. You're breathing. You're just living life the way that life was intended to be lived. But in our little egoic minds, right? In our little self-ideals of what we should be doing and where we should be and who we're supposed to be and how rich I should be and how famous I should be or how whatever. We have these ideas that we want, these dreams and goals. So sometimes those conflict or whatever, right? And then that's what I'm saying. That's what causes us to be like disappointed or whatever, upset. But you don't really got no problems, right? It's really just that conflicting idea of where you think you should be in comparison to just where you are naturally right now in your journey, right? You can do two things. You can do one or two things, right? And I talked about this plenty of times. You can elevate yourself to the dream and the vision that you have for yourself in your mind, right? Work, grind, be happy and just on your way there. Or you can just settle, right? You can just change the vision you have in your mind and just bring it a little closer down to reality and say like, you know, this is what I have now. This is my journey. I'm gonna be grateful. I personally do a little bit of both, right? I'm trying to get it every single fucking day. You know I am. I'm trying to get it every single day. I'm putting out all my effort and energy into it. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, moderating my expectations, understanding like, yo, like just because you don't have it all yet doesn't mean you have to be like upset right now or sad, or just because things are kind of going awry or not the way that you intended them or envisioned them doesn't mean that it's bad and everything's all fucked, right? So I tell people, this is what I tell people, this is what I did for myself. Came out, was immediately feeling better, immediately seeing benefits, really just changed my whole motherfucking vibe. Gratitude, baby. I said, you know what? I gotta get myself grounded in gratitude. Like if you wanna be happy right now, like if you want to be excited right now, you know what I mean, like right now, if you're like, dang, I'm losing control, nothing's coming my way, like my manifestations aren't happening, you start getting into that mindset, you're gonna start poisoning your manifestations. You know what I mean? That's what you're gonna start telling yourself. You're gonna start telling yourself, oh shit, we're not getting it, and we're getting broke, and it's not working. And you know what I mean? And then like fear starts, and doubt starts creeping. So immediately you want to squash all that. If you feel like that's kind of happening, that anxiety or that thing is like cloud is coming on you, gratitude, baby. Slap it in the face with some gratitude. And you can't fucking fake it. And my brother helped me out with this. My friends helped me out with this. I really had to go out and reach and lean on some people to really slap this back in my head. So we're gonna talk a little bit about gratitude, the tips I have about how do we do gratitude. So I didn't just come out and be like, one thing I see, okay, real quick, let me turn down the music because this is just, I gotta, whew. Okay, I had to turn that down just a little bit because I was like shouting. And then plus, I really just want y'all to make sure like you understand this little concept, because I see people come out and they're showing gratitude all the time, but they'd be like, I'm grateful in spite of, right? Like I'm grateful even though I'm sick, or I'm super happy today even though like it's kind of fucked up. And I'm like, no. Or they try and pretend like, I'm really grateful for this shitty circumstance in my life. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like I get it, you're grateful for the lesson. We're all grateful for the lesson. Like that's what we all like. When we're in the middle of the shit, we're like, yes, we're grateful for the lesson. But you're not grateful for your shitty situation, right? Like you're not. You would much rather be chilling on a beach, happy in a relationship, whatever. You'd much rather be just chilling, right? So don't come out and like start expressing gratitude for your trials and tribulations. I understand that we all understand that they're a part of life, but that's how I leave them. Just a part, just like that part you gotta do. You know, there's a part you gotta do to everything. I just put them right there in that place. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I just gotta knuckle through and just drive through that real quick. But I'm always trying to get through that shit as quick as possible, right? Like I'm just put my head down, get through the bullshit. Oh, okay, cool. We're back into the like, you know, the beach and the chilling and the expansionary periods and shit. I'm having a great time now, right? And so the way I do that, just ground myself in gratitude, right? You can't bullshit. You have to write it down, right? Or you have to like really bathe yourself in the things that actually make you feel grateful, right? Like the things that you're actually excited about, motivated for, passionate about, the things that you want to create more of. Gratitude is an amplifier, right? So you don't like grateful for all the negative situations and shit you don't want. You just accept that. You're extremely grateful for the things you want more of, right? And you will be grateful for the lessons that come out of that, because you do. You want to grow. We all want to grow. We all want to expand, learn, feel stronger, feel more adequate and capable of taking on the world. So that's great. Be grateful that you are those things. But don't be grateful that you hurt this morning or grateful that you're sick. Just ignore all that shit, right? Like, really think about, what do I really want? So that's what I did. And sometimes it's hard, right? And this is why this is the you have to write it down. Some people write it down. Like you seen this morning in the stories, I wrote it down. I said, all right, we got to condition the brain, right? Like I need an actual boost, not just like a little like happy pill. Like no, I really need some reconditioning. Like we got to get ourselves back on track. And so in order to do that, you got to get serious about it. So I shut everything off this morning, heavy meditation, right? Boom, hit my meditation hard this morning, did all my meditations. It was like, okay, cool, now I'm gonna ground myself in gratitude. So I busted out a notebook, fresh. I said, we're gonna do this for 30 days. We're really gonna condition my mind. You need at least 21, right? You need at least 21, but we're gonna do 30 days. And I'm just gonna fill out this paper. And I would do the same thing I would do in my mind, but writing each one down and filling out each one of those lines of paper, it's about 35, 40 something lines on the piece of paper or whatever. So it's not a lot. And I said, write out whatever I can think of. Whatever I can think of that I'm truly, actually, honestly grateful for. Right? And then writing it down, and like, if you're gonna expend energy to write it down, you don't wanna like put no bullshit down. You really wanna like make up some quality stuff. So it's just cool, right? And you think about like over 30 days, you have to condition. That's like a mental exercise. Towards the end, you're like, man, and now what are you doing, right? You're teaching yourself. You're like, man, I really gotta look for the gratitude. Like it was easy to, I'm grateful for air. I'm grateful for this flower. I'm great, right? You can do that about 10 times. Before, after about 10 times, you really start looking at your life. Like you really start, like after about 20 times, you really got to be like, damn man, what do I really fucking like? Like what is really good? Like ooh, hot cup of coffee. Something, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, whatever comes to mind, like whatever I'm like really like juiced up about, I get an impulse. Cool. So that conditions your mind, get back into gratitude. So now all day I've been walking, bebopping around, and I'm just looking for that gratitude again. I'm just like, all of a sudden I'm like, yesterday I was all upset and you know, huffy and puffy. Today I'm all just like, you know, back to myself like, man, who can I smile at today? Who's looking around like, I mean the grocery store just like, you know what I mean? Just trying to get people with a smile. They be like hiding from me and shit. This is how people walk. Like pretend like you're me. You're me, that's how everybody be. I'm like, and then here I am over here like, just look over here, just one time on the smile. Hi, how you doing? I hope you're having a great day. You know, like some weird, like, I don't know. I'm not creepy like that.
I am not creepy.
But I'm just saying, you know. I'm out here, I'm back to being smiley, happy, trying to give out positive vibes. And I think it's all because I just got back to gratitude, right? Gratitude will change your perspective on your situation. From all the reasons why you're not getting it, or all the reasons why I am so stressed, right? And this is me, I'm like mocking myself. I'm like, oh man, life's really not going well for me. And like, it'll change that whole conversation to, damn, boy, I forgot we're winning out here like a motherfucker. And that's great.
When I was in Africa some years ago and then came back, I noticed water. In Africa, where I was, I didn't have drinkable water. Every time I turned on the faucet, I was overwhelmed. Every time I clicked on the light, I was so grateful. It made me so happy. That is what life is all about, to enjoy what is given to us. We are at the present moment in the middle of a change of consciousness. And you will be surprised I'm always surprised when I hear how many times this word gratefulness and gratitude comes up. Everywhere you find it, a grateful airline, a restaurant gratefulness, a cafe gratefulness, a wine that is gratefulness. Yes, I've even come across a toilet paper that's brand is called thank you. There is a wave of gratefulness because people are becoming aware how important this is and how this can change our world. It can change our world in immensely important ways. Because if you're grateful, you're not fearful. And if you're not fearful, you're not violent. If you're grateful, you act out of a sense of enough and not of a sense of scarcity, and you're willing to share. If you're grateful, you are enjoying the differences between people, and you are respectful to everybody. And that changes this power pyramid under which we live. And it doesn't make for equality, but it makes for equal respect, and that is the important thing.
And so I'm gonna do that every single day, right? Every single day. Sometimes you just need that kick in the ass, and you gotta sit down and go back to the fundamentals and do the fundamental homework of just gratitude journals, you know? Sometimes you lose that way or whatever. Some people are banging on it. I know people who do, I've done a gratitude journal every single day for 30 years, and I'm like, dude, more power to you. But the second thing that's really been helping me get back out of my like funk and into my vibe again, really get me back on like this passion, right? Is a strategy, right? It's like I realize like I got a lot of shit going on, and like now a lot of it's not gonna produce the return I'm looking for. You know, there's this thing called the Pareto principle, and you've heard me talk about it plenty of times here on the show. But you can do 20% of something and get the 80% return. Right? So that means that even me as a personal business, you know, that like doing my own projects, that means that like 1 out of 5 of the projects on here is gonna give me 80% of my business this year. All the rest of them are just fun little shit projects that are, you know, gonna be great and fun to make, but probably aren't gonna make any money or do anything really like wonderful or anything, right? And that's just natural. That's with everything under the sun, right? Hey, pay attention. Not you, the camera. You too though, right? It's like, so right now, if I'm in a stressful state, right, I'm not really feeling like, man, I'm on my vibe and like I'm my most powerful self. Me being all stretched out across all these different projects and, you know what I mean? Like if you're just not in the shape to be doing that, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like before I was, and so I was running out and I was Superman. I was like taking on all these projects because spirit was well nourished, I felt strong, I felt dedicated, focused, all that passionate. But when you feel like you're not that, right? It's okay. Don't drown yourself. You know what I mean? Like don't like if you feel like, yo, like this is getting out of hand, I can't keep up anymore. It's like being on a treadmill. Right? It's like being on a treadmill. I love to be on a treadmill. And I run and then like if you set it up and you do it the way it's supposed to, you can make it like kind of like fast for you, and you're like trucking. And you're like, oh man, this is kinda hard, but you gotta keep running because the treadmill keeps going, right? And then, so sometimes I'll turn that into sprints. Like, so I'll turn it up to like 10.5 or like 11, and I'm like, bang, bang, bang. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'll be getting it, like, the whole thing's rocking. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a badass, right? And then after a sudden, like, I get to this point where I'm like, I have to slow this treadmill down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I just left the treadmill going, I'm gonna fall flat on my face, get launched out the back, you know, I'm gonna die. So I have to, like, be like, beep, 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 beep. And I'd be like breathing all heavy. I'd be walking, and I'd be like, damn. Sometimes it's gotten close. Like sometimes I've almost fell asleep. Like I'm like hitting the emergency stop because I'm just like, oh shit, I can't breathe. You know. So my point being is, that's what I'm doing right now with my business too, right? Is I felt like, man, we were on the 10.5. Like we've been sprinting uphill. Like we were just like, yeah, get it, go, 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 go. You know, just a couple weeks ago I told you I was like, do something every day. Which I'm still very much on the do something every day game. But I'm just saying, like, I realize I have to shut some of my projects down. I have to really just like take, if my energy feels limited right now, then I can't be trying to spread my limited energy all over the place. I need to take that and just narrow in on the things that I know are like our money makers, the things that I know like give me the biggest return, are gonna be the most worth my energy, right? Most worth my energy. And so that's what I've been doing, cutting out a little bit of things. Yeah. Hey, LMAO, I like that name. Hey, laughing my ass off, what's up? Okay, so, we talking about gratitude, right? Like pump yourself full of gratitude. That's gonna get your vibrations, your spirit back up. At least it did it for me, so I assume that's gonna do the same thing for you, right? But like we said, hardwire it, condition it. Don't just like shift over it, like really feel the gratitude. My brother said, he was like, dude, sometimes like he was like, man, I'm like gratitude for this blanket. And he just like, I love how like soft this blanket is, and like I got it for super cheap at that thrift store, and that's dope. Like he really grounded in all the reasons why he actually likes that thing and like why it makes him feel good, not just like, yeah, I like this thing. You know what I'm saying? So do that. Really ground it in yourself. The gratitude's gonna help a lot, right? That's like medicine for yourself right there. Make your spirit feel great. Then same thing. Now we're gonna decrease stress and stuff. We're gonna bring growth, right? We're gonna decrease kind of like the outside influence and stresses and stuff, and just kind of like relax a little bit. Bring it down. Narrow our focus. It's not about like sheltering or falling away. It's about narrowing our focus, right? That's what I see it. Like I said, I'm not gonna like run away from things or shut things down or just go into a shell or none of that. But I'm definitely gonna take some of the projects that I know are just like not really worth my time right now or not my energy, and start just shifting away from those so that I can just minimize the amount of stress I got going on. Right? We're all trying to talk. Everybody, if this is your first time ever in a daily grind, or if you just like you didn't catch up, like we're in a transition period right now, and so I'm talking a lot about like how I've been dealing with my emotions, with my how I stay on the grind, essentially through this tough transition period. So I use the gratitude, I use the narrowing of my focus, and the last thing is I use my friends. Right? Same thing is you got to lean on those people. Like I leaned on you, gang. You know what I mean? I did. I threw the net out there and I said, yo, like send me some love, some positivity, guys, whatever. And it did. People shout out, sent me like, DMs, just all kinds of stuff, all kinds of love, all kinds of support, all kinds of like, hey, we got your backs and we're here for yous. And that stuff can go a long way for people. You know what I mean? Like people sometimes they don't understand, like because we get kind of cynical about it. Like, well, I got problems too, and everybody's got problems, and trust me, I am a firm component of that. Like, solve your own shit, bitch. Like, we ain't got time for everybody to be out here just trying to like coddle everybody. I get that, but at the same time, it doesn't cost you anything, right? That's the same way like I feel about like support, right? Like to share something or to like something or to whatever, post that. And you're like, well, it doesn't matter, like I've seen it and it's cool. Like no, to a creator that means something and it costs you $0, right? It costs me nothing to post a couple pictures of my story and say, I like this. Maybe somebody else out there like this, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna support them by saying, yo, throw my stamp on there because it's free. I didn't even spend no money, you know what I mean? And then God forbid if you did went out and just spent a couple dollars and say, yo, like I appreciate the fact that, this inspired the fuck out of me. It probably took you time, money, and resources, so, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? But you have to run out there and reach out to people. You can't, like, expect people to just know that, right? To just know that you need help, or to just know that you're upset, or to just know things are not okay with you. Like, we can throw out the line and say, hey, man, like, love you, like, we're here for you. But if you don't really reach out to people and say, like, yo, like, we should hang out, or come by my crib, man, or, like, I've really been having a hard time lately, like my mind, I need to get out, I need to be away, or I need friends, or I need support around me. Like, if you don't tell people that stuff, like, they're not going to know, and they're not going to be there for you. So I really reached out to those people, I told my brother, I told my brother today, I was like, hey man, just letting you know, like, my vibes are off, man, like, I'm really having a hard time right now, like, I feel like, like, just don't let me get depressed, don't let me fall in the hole, man, like, just watch me. And that's like, that's like taking responsibility of myself and understanding like, man, maybe if I can't police myself up right now, like I should probably get a team around me, probably get some people around me and be like, yo, help me out right now, man. Like I need some help. I'm tired and shit. Like I need to lean for a second, right? And so that's important, guys. Trust me, people will do that for you. I shout out my boy Marlon, my boy Lost in Vegas, my brother, Hunter, just people in my life that have just really been there for me and support me. Like, you guys, like I told you, just my grind gang in there with the DMs and the messages and the support, and they're like, hey, you're still making a difference. Like, we appreciate you coming out, even though you don't like that shit. Like, it makes me feel good, and it helps me like to keep going, right? Because I'm like, cool, what you're doing matters. Like, don't give up. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, what if you just never heard that? And so when you're starting to doubt yourself, then there was none of that. And I'm just talking as an artist. Like I told y'all today, I'm an artist. Like this is just as a creative how we feel sometimes. Like imagine you're putting out art and you're doing all this stuff, and when it comes time that you need that like support or that push, you're just like questioning yourself, and then there's just silence out there. I hope that the artist doesn't give up, because that's not what it's about. But in the end, if you do support that artist and you fuck with them, you could be that for them. You could be this for anybody. You could be this for your brother, your sister, that weird dorky kid at your school, you know what I'm saying, or anybody. Like, I love that. Like, that's what I said, like, that's why I'm sitting there stalking you in the aisle trying to just give you a smile, because I realize that that's powerful. Whether you realize it or not, I do. And so like the smallest of hands, you know what I'm saying, like when everybody's picking on a kid, everybody's like picking on him, it's easy to fall in line and just pick on the kid too, or to just do, you know what I'm saying, or just whatever, walk by somebody and say, oh, well, it's not my problem, or it's none of my business, or I'm just gonna not, whatever. But you could easily just to reach out and say, hey, this isn't right. Just so y'all know, like what y'all are doing to this kid is not right. And the kid, if you need somebody or whatever, I'm here for you. I'll listen to you. You know, I don't know, I can't beat all these kids up for you, but I'll listen to you. Or, you know what I mean? Like, know that I'll respect you as a human being. There, that's, you know, but you give the little bit of whatever you can to somebody. Whatever you can. That's what I said. If all you can do is just reach out and say, hey, you know what I mean? Like when I see homeless people on the street, I don't got dollars, bro. I don't got no dollars. But you goddamn sure right, I'll give them my attention. I will acknowledge them as person and say, hey man, stay up. God bless. It gets better. You know, something. But I see you, bro. Like you're a person, and I understand that you're struggling, and that's hard. And I wish that I could help you, but I can't right now. Shit, I'm about to cry myself because I just get emotional about this stuff. You know, it's like be there for people. You know, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I have people in my life who are there for me as I need them, and I hope that I can just continue in any way to be that for other people. You know, that I really truly hope that I can, you know what I mean? Like if you ever need somebody, like I said, I can't, people sometimes they reach out to me for small talk, you know, that, hey, how you doing, Rod? Or, you know, what's up, man? I can't, you know, I'm sorry, like I love you to death, but I can't sit in the DMs for, you know, 3 hours and just talk to every single person, right? But if you need somebody to like believe in you or to, you know what I mean, like see what you're doing and say like, yo, just real quick, listen to my song and just tell me if this is like a thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I will listen to it. And if I don't listen to it the first time, resend it to me because I promise you I'm trying, you know? But everybody should be trying to do that, to reach out and make a small connection with the people around them because this creates a stronger network, right? None of us are strong enough to do it by ourselves. Not even me. Not even motherfucking Jesus Christ. Nobody's strong enough to do it by themselves. You know what I mean? And so it's important. That's important for you, not only to be out there reaching, somebody help me, somebody lift me up, somebody inspire me, somebody entertain me, somebody else, you know, you can't just, you know, but at the same time, be that for somebody else, be strong like for somebody else. When you can, be strong for them. And sometimes you'll be weak, and then when you are weak, make sure you look for those people who are strong. Don't just sit there and be weak by yourself, and don't tell nobody, expect somebody's gonna reach in that hole and see you down there and pick you up. We can't see you, I told you that before, right? So you gotta reach out. These are the things I've been doing that have really been getting me back on track, really make me feeling like, yo, like, this grind gang shit really something, man. You know what I mean? Like, I really got some important work to do this year, and I don't have no time to be like sad or mad or stressed or worried. You know, I really got to put my love and my positivity and my passion into this because, you know, I really want to make a change. I really want to make a difference, and I really want to make some money, and I really, you know, want to make a trip around the world, and I really want to make somebody's day. So I really got to get back on my shit. And so try that little cocktail. I'm gonna try it more than once. I promise you. I'm not just doing that today. Like every day, I'm gonna fill out that page. So I mean, I just like let's try it together. Shit, 10 of y'all sat here and listened to me talk about it, so it must be interesting in some way, shape, or form to you. Let's give it a try. Let's take this whole. I'm going way off script right now. Let's take this whole grind gang shit to another level. Let's grow together for real. If you are smart enough or intelligent enough to listen here and like ramble on for 10, 20 minutes, try it. Every day, we're writing a full page. It doesn't matter. Grab you any size notebook that you think is appropriate. I don't give a, if you really having a go of it, better get you a big one. If you having like an alright pretty time, you do your gratitude journal all the time, then just make a separate little like Rodtheplanter challenge journal. It's the RTP challenge. Okay, and you make yourself a little RTP challenge journal. Okay, mine, like I said, is about 40 lines. At the top, you write the daily gratitude. Right across the top, the daily gratitude, number 1, the date. And then you begin a list. Whatever you can think of. Whatever seems inspiring enough to hit the page. Write it down. Family, friends, emotions you want to feel, trips you want to take, how you feeling like, you know, like whatever you're feeling good about, whatever you're expecting like to come into your life, you're positively expecting. You know, all that. If you're grateful for something that's right around the corner, you're grateful for a feeling you have, you're grateful for a relationship you have, write it down on a piece of paper. Just write it down. It doesn't matter if every day you end up writing the same thing over and over. Fine, great. But every day, put yourself in that mental gym of like, I really gotta get to work. I'm late to work, so I really gotta hurry up. What am I grateful for? Damn it, God, I gotta really be grateful for some shit today before I can start my day, right? Really put yourself in that gym, because once you do, it's gonna become natural. You know, now you're just gonna be out there like, what am I grateful for? All day you're like, man, what am I grateful for? You don't even know what you're asking yourself, right? Second thing is narrowing our focus. Pick something in your life that inspires you, you're passionate about, that you think you can fucking rock this year, that you think you can just fucking smash out of the park in the next 60 days, 90 days, whether that be a gym routine or some kind of change or some kind of business you want. Just grab you something. Grab you a goal, right? And then just let's stick to that one goal. Not 20,000 things. If you want to have a big business that interconnects with 20 different other businesses and it turns into a non-profit, and you also want to have a thing over here, that's fine. You want an Instagram channel for the, I get it, me too. We all do, right? But just like while we're doing this RTP challenge for the next 30 days, one thing. Pick you one thing that you want to see a massive amount of growth in, right? The one thing that you think is really going to take you to the next level, and let's focus on that, okay? So now we got our gratitude, we got our narrowed up focus. I noticed how a lot of people ran as soon as I started giving them homework. Tis, grind gang, come on baby, we gonna get it, we gotta do it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna gratitude journals, right? Narrow our focus, and last thing is we're gonna lean on each other, right? Share each other's shit, holler at each other. For the next 30 days, reach out to 2 or 3 people in the little grind gang network. Hey, I see you, go through and like their whole page, right? Just go through and share a couple of their pictures. It don't gotta be me. Don't, like, you know what I'm saying? This is not, like, don't, if it's me, that's great. But if it's some, like, don't do me for 30 days straight. Like, reach out to the grind gang. Really get to know some of each other. Because some of y'all got some badass shit going on. Some of y'all got some amazing art. I'm talking, we got people who create kendamas, who are kendama fucking masters in the grind gang. I got people who are making amazing jewelry. I'm about to come out with a whole new grind gang chain. I'm telling you, I got people who got amazing wearable brands, amazing art brands, amazing influencers. There's other people in my network who are doing these amazing shows. I have 5% left on my battery, so I really have to go. But so this is the last part of the challenge. We're gonna reach out every single day to at least 3 people within the grind gang. Yo, Jakey Bakey, my guy, we're about to, make sure you go back and watch this on YouTube because I can't share it, okay? They're all on YouTube. But RTP challenge, I'll be talking about it nonstop, okay? Gratitude journal, full page a day, right? Every single day, staying narrowed on our focus. What's our one goal, one objective in line with our one goal every morning? Don't worry about all the other stuff. Put all the other stuff on the back burner. Focus on the one change you want to make, the one thing that excites you, the one thing you want to get, right? And then the last thing is we're all going to help each other. We're all going to support each other. We're going to share each other's shit, like each other's shit. I'm going to create a little like group. So like as soon as you post something on Instagram or whatever, as soon as you post something on your YouTube, we're all going to go over there and immediately like and share, right? We'll create all that stuff. But let's like really get it, because this shit inspired me today. I think it'll inspire you, and it only works if you try it, okay? The spin's becoming my signature move. I love it. I love it. I'm excited to see who does it. I'm paying attention. Yo, hashtag RTP challenge. All right, there it is, RTP challenge. Yo, if I see people out there, it's not even like a win or a lose type situation, right? Like you only can gain for yourself. That's the only thing you can gain out of this. I can't give you anything, but if I see you out there and you're shouting out the RTP challenge, you're doing all 3 things, the journal, the focus, and the connection, I'm gonna pass out the rest of those grind gang chains like I talked about right in time for the new one to drop. I love you so much. Thank you guys. It's on, baby. We're gonna take it to another level, but only if you do it. Only if you work it. It only works if you work it. Okay? I see y'all out there on the RTP challenge. Let's get it, baby. Making change.